one of the critical issues in international law, especially international criminal law, international human rights law, is access. Because most of the treaties, multilateral treaties, you have what we call access, the hurdles there. But it is not that your involvement clearly changes the rules of access, but you give a voice, you give a platform and a voice to victims.
Well, it's not just victims' needs for justice, that's the priority, but it's also responsibility on humanity, on our nation states, to vindicate the rule of law, to move legal principles from the pages of textbooks into an active domestic criminal justice system. And by doing that, it vindicates the principle of legality and gives voice to those victims who are viewed by many as yesterday stories, but also for the victims themselves, often they feel they don't count.
So it is important to find other processes, whether local in the country where the atrocities occurred, or international before other national courts and tribunals. The way Civitas Maxima has worked to bring universal jurisdiction cases, I think is important in closing that impunity gap, because particularly in the case of Liberia, there have not been any other avenues for justice.
The impunity gap is very wide, and I think any success should be taken with great humility. All these cases are very complicated.
When we're talking about these grave crimes, these are crimes against humanity, and these are crimes against all of us. So this is not just justice for the Liberian people, for example. It's justice for all of us who care about living in a just and an equitable and in a fair world.